Hey everybody, it's Matt from Michigan Boneheads Outdoors, and hopefully you're having a wonderful day so far, and hopefully you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Hopefully you didn't get the food coma too bad. We're all guilty of it, guys. I'm guilty of it too as well. So it's just part of the tradition of Thanksgiving. But on this week's episode, we are diving into episode number 2 of our little tiny mini series here for our Northern Michigan 2025 bow hunt. So enough of the yapping. Let's get right back into the action. And like I said, guys, just sit back, relax, and welcome to another episode of Michigan Boneheads Outdoors. Let's get it, guys. All right, everybody. It is time. We're going in for BONO. It's probably about 11 o'clock, 11:30. I'm going to try to get in here super early. I'm not going to go into how I usually go into, because I feel like I bust them out too much. So what I'm doing is I'm kind of skirting the edge. There's a big ditch that you have to cross. It's a really gnarly ditch, and then you get on top of where he's at. So there's a kind of thinking I'm probably not going to see him tonight. If I do see him tonight, it's really surprising. But this is a morning buck. So the only thing that I'm pretty much doing is making a trail with some tacks, right? So I can get in and out in the morning and in the evening. Mainly in the mornings. He's been always in there in the mornings. He daylighted at 11 o'clock in the morning. So this is a really early morning buck. So I need a trail to get through here, and then it's on. So I'll be seeing you on the island. All right, guys, we made it on to the island. Just came back from that huge ditch thicket. Man, was it thick? I saw a couple nice rubs in there. It looked very fresh, very gouged up. It comes right up to this island that I'm on right now. So about 1 o'clock right now. I'm just letting my body cool down before I go any further. Like I said, guys, this guy Bono's a mega giant, so I don't want to do anything to screw it up. So sorry for the wind if you can hear it. Like I said, it's coming right out of the west, which is awesome for this spot. Not ideally if you're going to be sitting where Bono's at, because I feel that that takes it your scent all the way to where he's possibly bedding at. So probably not going to sit there tonight for him, because like I said, the wind just seems wrong. But there is a couple of cameras that I need to change some cards out, check, and then possibly what I'm going to do is just get on out of here until the wind is right. That's probably what I'm going to do. There's another place behind me, basically back where I came from, that is, we can do doe patrol tonight if we want to, but like I said, this is, it's just, man, it's just, don't want to take that chance on this northern Michigan public land giant, you know what I mean? He's just a slammer for public land, so that's probably what I'm going to do, is check the cameras, get the cards, change some batteries, and then get out of Dodge. So stick with us. Like I said, I might just do some doe patrol tonight. So before I go to, guys, I just want you to know too, there's a reason why I waited for this wind, this windy day, you know, because it's going to carry out any type of scent that you probably left behind. I know I left wind scent back there. I know I did. But to have a little bit of cover, sound, a little bit of wind, to get your scent out, ideally it would be like during rain would be awesome time to do it. I know a lot of people don't like to get soaked, me neither, like you guys, but that is an awesome night. I should have had that done on my scouting trip, but we just ran out of time, so like I said, I just eased on in here, I'm scent locked up, let my body cool down before I go any further. But to do that, like I said, guys, look for the good wind. Like I said, it's going to blow right out of the west, so it's clearing everything out. And like I said, it would be a couple of days before I come back in here anyways. So that's just a little tip if you guys need to do what I just did, is put a trail in with markers. So we're gonna walk this edge right here, guys, and just go through back there. I can go through this way and go around, but I don't know. You don't want to be close to possible bedding, and all this on the side is bedding. So like I said, I don't want to kick him up. So what I'm going to do is, like I said, follow this edge over here and kind of loop around. That's kind of the best scenario to do something like this with. So like I said, I could go that way, but I'm going this way. Get in. I'm probably about like 100 yards before I gotta walk in. I'm gonna get totally scent locked up. Glasses are coming off, changing hats, putting a coat on, spraying down. Like I said, this is a mega giant, so I'm not trying to screw absolutely anything up. I'm actually waiting when the wind actually picks up and walking, and then when the wind dies down, I stop. Like I said, I want that cover noise. Like I said, I'm trying to do everything possible that I can for this buck, guys. So stay with us, okay? Alright guys, put the microphone on so you can hear me a little bit better, but we're just about to go down to the trail where Bono lives. So I'll meet you at the camera, okay? Got a southwest now instead of an actual west. We got a southwest, which is okay. Like I said, we want to blow our scent back this way. We got to walk this way. So like I said, yeah, it's gonna So really, really good. I'm thinking, guys, he's up there off to the side here, bedded down. It's actually pretty warm out right now. It's about 60 some degrees. But like I said, with this wind, it's going to be really, really good. So like I said, I'll meet you at the camera. The camera is just through that opening through there. So let's go get him. Look at that, guys. Fresh poop. All the way over there. We're going to that opening right there. It's a good sign right through here. But that is awesome. If you can see that, guys. A lot of people don't know. Big bucks, poopies will be clumped up together like that. Does would actually do the pellet by pellets, but clumpy poop like that, that is big, big buck sign. So that's awesome to see. Alright guys, we're here. I dropped my backpack off and my bow off. I know that sounds crazy, but like I said, I am not hunting this right now. The wind is completely wrong. It's blowing out of the west, southwest. Really, really warm. I feel like this would be like a real, just bad sit. So what I am doing, like I said, is I'm changing the cameras. The batteries went dead. I'm changing the camera batteries and then getting out of here. So hopefully, once that cooler temp hits, and these cameras would tell me, these 5-point Flex M cameras would tell me when to slip in, because he is in here. So let's get the work done and let's get out of here. Milkweed. Good indicator. Look at that. This is directly southwest. Coming from that point. And walking this trail here back to that opening. And I got my camera. Right there. Good. Alright. Camera set up. And we are getting out of Dodge. Like I said, he's a bacon, guys. He's a bacon. So, let's see if we can go back to where we came from and do a little bit of doe patrol tonight and wait until the right time to get in here. We got some cooler temperatures coming, and this buck likes to move when it's really, really cold. Sunny and cold, I should say. Every buck has its own preference. But man, does this buck like it when it's really, really cold but sunny like today. So that's what I'm waiting for. So we got it going. Alright guys, we made it to the other camera here. Right on the edge of a thicket. Right here, right on the edge of this point. There's a lot of trails coming through. And look how pounded they got it at. That swinging branch right there. I don't know if you can see that, but that's my box scraping. It's pounded right there. So we got some, we're going to have some pictures on this. Alright guys. Got the other camera ready right there. We're going to back on out of here. Go. It is super, super thick in here. I mean, I don't know if you guys can tell how thick it is. It is thick. Right up against a marshy, tamarack swamp. These deer love it. Bears love it. Elk love it. I mean, I don't know if you guys can see this trail, but this trail is just completely pounded. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this trail. Just a highway all the way up. Look at it, even all the way through there. I mean, an absolute highway. So we're gonna get out of here. spot on the card. And like I said, I'm going to make my way to do a little bit of doe patrol tonight. So the work is done. It was a good day to do it. Like I said, it's kind of hot, windy. It would just be a waste of a sit in here, I think, for Bono or for any buck. And I got a couple pretty nice bucks in here. So I got Jimmy 2 times, one that I missed last year. And then he's at 8 point now. But then everybody knows about Bono. 13 plus. The kickers, G2s are insane. G3s are insane. He's got the grab claw. He's got flyers, split brows. He's just an awesome public land slammer. So it's about 2:30 right now. By the time I make where I want to go, I probably got a couple hours before dark. So let's get it, guys. And a tip, guys, if I may. Maybe some of you know this, maybe some of you don't. But you see how it is brushy, thick swamp on one side, and then cedar swamps on the other. There's a line right here that I'm on. It's called a transition line. Transition lines are awesome areas for deer to go back and forth with. So, like I said, guys, find the thicket. Find one, two, like hardwoods meet swamp, or cornfield meets hardwoods, or like for instance, swamp meets cedar swamp. Anything that any type of forestry changes into another forestry, that's a transition line. Like I said, guys, it is just bounded all the way up. So like I said, guys, that is your tip. Look for transition lines. Alright, guys, now we're back to where we started. So like I said, I got about a trail in with some tacks to get in here in the morning. I feel like this is the only way to kill Bono is in the morning. So like I said, I got a trail made now. Check the card, switched by batteries out, and now it's time to probably do, like I said, a little doe patrol. I'm sitting here, kind of let myself cool off a little bit. Like I said, it is 50-some degrees out right now, so kind of warm. So I feel like if I would have sat there for Bono, it would have been a wasted sit. I don't like to do wasted sits. I don't want to booger up a spot if I really don't have to. That's why I was all set locked up, changing the batteries, got in there, and then got out. So, but we're going to go through the ditch again. This time it should be relatively easy. Now we got a path to go to. So there's an opening on the other side of here that if I want to pop a doe, I'm more than welcome to. I will not shoot any does in here and completely mess this spot up. So I'm going to go do that probably about 400 or 500 yards away from this spot. So wish us luck, and I will see you back in the wherever I get ready at. I don't have a blind over there. I don't know where I'm going, but there's some good trails intersect in there, so I might set up on one of those, see what tonight brings. So catch you back on when I get all set and ready to go. Alright guys, we're all set for this evening hunt. Like I said, we're just doing a little bit of doe patrol today. Got a nice green field behind me. The wind's kind of dipping down into where I think they're going to be coming from, but I'm all set locked up, so it's all good. As you can probably hear the wind, it's a howling, but we got a big oak tree right here, and what they do is they follow this ditch in here, and then they go all the way up to that oak tree. And I've been watching them every year, pretty much. They do the same thing, so we're gonna be watching the sneaking spot down here. So, but here we go, guys. It's that time, baby. Let's see if we can get it done. See, like this is what I was saying, guys. They come down here. They walk to the right, up to that oak tree right there. But I don't know if I can get it, but some old rubs in there. Yeah, you really can't see it, but there's an old rub right there, actually. There's an old rub right there. And where's the other one go? Right about right there. Right there. There's the other one. But man, is it thick in here. Real thick. This is what we're looking at, guys, right through here. This is what we're hunting, guys. A nice green field here. All this is open. This is what we're hunting, guys. All this is open right here. They come out through here, and they fade their way through here. Like I said, to get to that oak tree. Right there. But it's a good spot. Do you see what the guys? Do you see that? Look at that. See if we can zoom in on that. Look at that rub over there. That's a nice rub. Oh, look at there's another one right here. Where's it at? Where's it at? See if we can pan out. Right there. Nice rub right there. But they're in here, guys. Let's see if we can get it done. Alright, guys. November 2nd. Doe patrol. Let's see if we can get a doe on the ground. Did a lot of work today at the BONO spot. But it's too warm, so he really only moves in the morning. So I changed some batteries, got in and got out. So now we're on doe patrol. So here we go, guys. Let's see if we can get it done. Let's do it. Just had a doe come right out there. Right there. She was trying, stopped, and then turned around and then came right back in. My sense to be down in here, but I don't think she smelled me, but the wind is really with it right now. I think just after that, I wish I would have caught it. I have two bald eagles fly together, which is awesome. This is what we're doing it here for, man. Love it. Well, guys, that'll do it for November 2nd evening sit for doe patrol. Like I said, we almost got it done. She came right in. For some reason, she stopped. Didn't like what she was probably seeing or smelling or whatever. I don't think she smelled me. I got set lock on, so. But she turned right back around and then went back in. And then what was pretty cool, like I said, is we saw the two bald eagles come on in. So awesome sit. So I don't know if you guys heard that, but we're gonna get out of here before it gets too much darker. I don't like blowing fields that much, so or openness, but we'll see you at camp. Like I said, guys, I didn't like blowing deer out, but I just blew two out. We went over that way, but as you can tell, it's pretty dark. But that's what I like to do, is to get out of here relatively quickly. the sun's about to go down. You don't want to be in a field right at dark, because then everything in your area will know that you were there. So it's best to leave a field relatively earlier than what you would actually do. Trust me, it works. I mean, how about that, guys? I mean, we almost got it done. That doe came in really, really hot. Actually, I really thought that there was going to be a buck behind her, but there really wasn't. Like I said, I came to full draw. Just before she came into that opening, I went to full draw, and she stopped. She didn't see me, but she looked back, so that gave me the clue that there might be a buck in the area, and like probably right behind her. And I was already full draw, ready to go, and all of a sudden she just darted right back to where she came from. Have no idea what happened, but like I said, that's just hunting, and we were, like I said, we almost got it done there, but we got some things ready for Bono, which is coming out next week. You don't want to miss that. It's been an eventful season so far. Like I said, we're just on episode 2, so hopefully you guys tune in next week, and we'll see what we can do with Mr. Bono. So until then, guys, always keep bringing traditions back home, and we'll see you on the next one. Later, guys.